guys, what's going on? It's Brandon with Franklin Armory. Today we're going to be doing a trigger install on our ACR platform. Do that, super easy. This is probably the easiest trigger assembly that we ever made. We're going to make sure our firearm is clear. We are going to bring that bolt forward, make sure there's nothing in the chamber there. Take down our takedown pins, just like that. Slide that off. We're going to set our upper aside, which will expose our trigger block. Let's take a look at what's inside the BFSIII ACR-C1 package here. You'll notice that's included. You got the BFSIII ACR trigger pack. You got 2 safety selector screws. You got a long safety selector paddle, a safety selector shaft, an Allen key for the screws. You got a short safety selector paddle and a left and right hand side safety selector sticker. Let's get the install in. Okay, now that we've removed our stock trigger pack, we're going to take our BFSIII for the ACR and we're going to install that. First off though, we're going to install our sticker, our safety selector sticker. Should be self-explanatory. Take your trigger pack, slide it in just like so. Make sure it's a little level right there, and then what you're going to do is you're going to take your safety selector, you kind of have to slide that in there, and you have to pull this part up right here to expose the other side. And then you just twist it in there, just like so, to where it's flush. And what we're going to do now is take our Ambi safety selector, and we're going to line up there's a little cutout on there so you can line it up so it only goes one way. And we're going to screw that on there like so. And boom, done. All right, so we're going to do function checks. Function check number 1, super easy. Just put your selector to binary mode, bring that trigger, or the hammer, bring the hammer forward. What you're going to be looking for is the tail of the disconnector right there. So what you're going to do is you're going to push that down, make sure it clicks. It's going to make a click sound. For function check number 2, what you're going to do is you're going to take your IDS protrusion, which is right here, and you're going to click that forward and you'll hear a clicking sound again. Okay, so function check number 3, bring that hammer back. We're going to go to safe mode, pull the trigger, make sure it doesn't come forward, and then we're going to come back to semi mode and make sure the hammer doesn't come forward. So function check number 4, from safe to semi, you're going to pull the trigger, bring that hammer forward, keep your finger on the trigger fully depressed, bring that hammer back, and we're going to move that to safe, and that hammer should not come forward. Okay, so function check number 5, from safe, bring it to semi. I'll cock that hammer back. We're going to bring that hammer forward. Keep your finger on the trigger, fully depressed. We're going to bring that hammer back, and then we're going to let go of the trigger. Shouldn't come forward. Okay, so function check number 6. Bring it to semi. Bring that hammer back. You're going to pull the trigger. Keep it held back. You're going to recock it again, and you're going to try and turn it into binary mode. As long as you can't do that, you're good. So function check number 7. Bring that back, make sure we're in semi mode. We're going to pull the trigger, keep the trigger held back, bring that hammer back, and then we're going to try and release our finger from the trigger while holding the safety selector to the binary mode, and it shouldn't come forward. It should hold that back. And then when you let go of it, it shouldn't fall to the firing pin. Okay, so function check number 8, we're going to bring this over to binary mode. We're going to pull the trigger, make sure that hammer comes forward, keep your finger on the trigger, fully depressed there. We're going to bring that back. We're going to slowly let go of the trigger until we find where that point where the hammer falls, right about there. We're going to bring it back, and now we should be able to let go of the trigger, and that hammer shouldn't fall forward. Okay, so function check number 9, make sure it's in binary mode. We're going to bring that hammer back. We're going to pull the trigger, keep your finger on the trigger, bring that hammer back, slowly release again. Keep your finger there where it released. Bring it back. Now pull the trigger all the way back, and it should release again. And now bring it back. There we go. Okay, now last but not least, function check number 10. Bring that hammer back, make sure we're in binary mode, pull the trigger, bring it back. Now what we're going to do is we're going to switch that safety selector to semi. We should be able to take our finger off the trigger, and that's going to cancel the shot. So there we go. All the function checks that you need to know. Okay, so now that our trigger pack is installed in our ACR lower, we're going to take our upper, which is right here, and we're going to install our lower. So we're going to take those takedown pins, slide those back out like so, and we're just going to come straight down like so. Takedown pin, takedown pin, good to go, and clear. Good to go. There you go. ACR BFSIII. Hope you guys liked the video.